Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game, we're not here to entertain ya.
Gotta hide, I'm not here to entertain ya. Just walk away and face the showdown. I won't fight, I don't care about the bleeding. 'Cause my freedom's undefeated. My soul on fire, burning desire. Make no mistake, 'cause the stakes are getting higher. Gotta hide, I'm not here to entertain ya. I'm not here to entertain ya.
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game, we're not here to entertain ya.
Yo, 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 what is up, my friends? Dashing here live for the Underground episode 6. And as you can probably tell already, my voice still recovering, so gonna be more of a relaxed dashing this episode. Of course, big shout out to the boy Chris Diamond and Ted commentating Shockwave last night. By the way, over 200 views on that episode of Shockwave already. We know who the true draw is here in CMV. That, of course, would be Chris Diamond. And some more big-time news tomorrow night for Octane. We've got another special guest commentator, Observer Bread, back in the booth as he'll be calling the action tomorrow night for Octane. But here on the Underground, we jump straight into the action, as we always do. And Salvage making his way to the ring for this matchup that he requested against Toyota Camry and Mike Miles, a handicap match. Salvage coming off his King of the Hill qualifier win this past episode of Octane, and Salvage has actually decided to put his spot in the King of the Hill match on the line here, saying that if Camry and Miles can beat him, that he will give up his spot to one of them. They'll have to face each other for the opportunity to advance to Absolution. So, I mean, this matchup has certainly been kicked up a notch for both Camry and Mike Miles, who have had their issues with Salvage over the last couple of months. Toyota Camry, couple episodes of the Underground ago, knocked off Salvage one-on-one. A surprisingly phenomenal matchup between the two. Really, since the start of this new season, Salvage and the Wanderer, Mike Miles, have been at each other's throats. Can Toyota Camry and Mike Miles coexist here to knock off their common enemy and earn that opportunity to then compete for the King of the Hill spot? As we know, Absolution, our next stop on the road to Ascendance 12. The King of the Hill match, awarding the winner a World Championship bout at Ascendance 12. And as we also know, for the first time ever, there will be a Queen of the Hill match. Qualifiers have already gotten underway. We've got one right here today on the Underground. Fourth qualifier. We'll see who's going to be joining Celestia, Terran Torres, and Suplex, who have already qualified. Another qualifier tomorrow night on Octane as well. A Women's World Championship match up for grabs at the Show of Shows. Wanderer Mike Miles fancies himself a lone wolf. Doesn't really get along all too well with others. Kind of the exact opposite of Toyota Camry, who of course are part of Amity. Likes to keep his friends close. Mike Miles on the other side of the fence. It's going to be interesting to see, like I said, if these two can get on the same page to knock off Salvage here, especially with such an opportunity at stake. Salvage has got some balls on him, man, to call these two out. Not very many people would willingly walk into a handicap match, although we saw it unmatched. Chloe Marks getting the job done in a handicap match, knocking off the Killjoy Club all on her own, so it's not impossible. It can be done. Although the odds definitely against Salvage here. So will Salvage be forced to forfeit his King of the Hill spot? Or can he overcome said odds? Once upon a time, Mike Miles might have been a tag team player. He's been involved in a couple of tag teams during his time here in CMV. Of course, who could forget he was a part of the legendary stable Foreign Affairs, but over these last couple of years away from CMV, he's become a wanderer, traveling the road all by himself. Become a little bit of an antisocial psychopath, honestly. Mike Miles, this is not the former Intercontinental Champion, fun-loving man we once knew here in CMV. Rather early, tag Mike Miles in DDT to Big Salvage. Yeah, he needs Chris Andrews. He needs to link back up with the Bloody Brit, have a couple of pints, although Chris Andrews momentarily busy, as we saw last night on Shockwave, that backstage brawl with Killian Khan that left both men severely hurting. Man, you don't ever want to know how much damage they caused. The price tags, suffice to say, Pat LaFave is going to be sending them a bill. Big punch to the gut by Mike Miles, and tags Toyota Camry back in. So far, so good here between these two. Working together as Camry chops down Salvage. Also here on the Underground, our main event potential to not just steal the show, but be a humdinger and a half, certified, no doubt about it. Zero G champion Josh Wolf one-on-one with Ace Reeves, but what kind of condition is the Gravity Manipulator in? That's the big question after he was severely beaten down by Mystery Mask the Fourth and Jay Young last night on Shockwave with a steel chair. One has to imagine he ain't 100%. Josh Wolf are going to take advantage. As now to ringside, Toyota Camry going to hurl Salvage right into that brick wall surrounding the ring. And whose idea was it to put up a brick wall here on the Underground? Trying to end some careers. Back into the ring goes Camry. Count of 6 here. Salvage struggling to get to his feet already. Maybe he's at this point regretting challenging Camry and Miles to this matchup. Walks into some jabs. The former pro boxer showing off the footwork. Big old right hand. Actually going to bust Salvage open. Some more shots to the gut. And all sorts of trouble right now with Salvage. Maybe one of the most cryptic men to step foot here in CMV, and that's saying something. We've had some unorthodox individuals over the years. I think that's putting it lightly. Salvage might be up there, though. This man can't give you a straight answer. Likes to speak in riddles. But one thing's clear, when he's in that ring, he's a bulldozer, as he showed last episode of Octane Man, winning that King of the Hill qualifier. Just now turns Toyota Camry around, big forearm dropping like a bomb. Miles watching from the apron, and Salvage going to try for a belly-to-belly, but Toyota Camry able to keep him at bay with some well-placed punches. Now an Irish whip off the ropes he goes, tries for the Superman punch, vintage Camry, but came up short, as Salvage instead looking to deliver a glorious DDT. Glorious indeed. Into the pin, Mike Miles gonna come in and make the save, breaking up the pin at the count of 1, but Salvage just ignoring him, paying no attention to the Wanderer, staying focused here on Toyota Camry. Oh God, falling power bomb into the pin, guys. That could do it right there. Wow, wow. Salvage, just like that, man. beating Toyota Camry and Mike Miles to retain his spot in the King of the Hill match. He took some nasty shots from Toyota Camry, but in the end, all it takes is one of those devastating power bombs from Salvage to get the job done. And Mike Miles does not look happy. Coming up next here on the Underground, my friends. Well, wait a minute. We are scheduled to kick off the third round of the Cyborg Invitational. Joy Justice taking on RVW, but Amira Aiden of the Absolute attacking the Polish Warrior just as she was about to enter the ring. It looks like RVW is still going to go ahead with the matchup, though. The referee making sure that she's good to go. And as we well know, the Polish Warrior never going to back down from a fight. But she is certainly at a severe disadvantage now. And Joy Justice, no qualms, looking to capitalize on the little bit of help there from Amira Aiden. Has been having her problems, to say the least, with the Absolute over these past few weeks. And now Aiden looking to cost RVW what could be a pivotal matchup here in the Cyborg Invitational. RVW, who's currently 1-1, would love to go positive, but definitely not looking too good for her after that ambush pre-match. Wilson trying to find her footing now as she sends Joy Justice back into the ring. It's like a butterfly suplex, two former world champions here on the Underground. Joy Justice currently at 0-1-1 in the invitation, with one loss and one draw against Amber Young in the second round. So Joy is certainly more than desperate, I'd say, to get this win. That's why she's got no issues whatsoever taking advantage of that attack by Amira Aiden. Coming up next, we got a non-title matchup, guys, as the Undisputed Elite going to be taking on the Women's Tag Team Champions, Dawn, Rose Holt, and Gianna. We've also got another Queen of the Hill qualifier, and of course our main event, Josh Wolf. One-on-one with Ace Reeves as RVW going to drop Joy on the top of her head. Now an Irish whip. There's a knee trembler from the Polish Warrior. Going into this invitational, RVW was certainly one of the favorites for good reason. Two-time women's world champion. But the Absolute trying to do all they can to make sure RVW does not make it to the finish line. We know that we're going to see Amber Young and Riley Van Wilson eventually face off in the invitational. It seems like the KO Bombshell is doing all that she can to ensure when that happens, RVW is physically and mentally not at 100%. Look at that nice counter of the Spider Spike. Wilson will quickly try to get Joy Justice back into the ring. Got to be careful of the referee's count as well. They are active in the Cyborg Invitational. We've already seen a couple of matches end by count out. In fact, RVW won her second round match against Caroline Swift via count out. Oh my God, Joy Justice. Well, somehow that is the lesser of two evils, because I thought Joy Justice was about to powerbomb RVW onto the brick wall. I'd say that would be substantially worse, although powerbomb on the ring apron not exactly going to tickle. Kicks to the back of the leg, and now X-Plex from RVW. Guys, we're at a count of 8 here. RVW scrambling. She's going to get herself back into the ring. Is she going to win by count out again? Hey, you can't blame RBW, especially after getting attacked by Amira Item before the match started, but Joy Justice unable to recover in time. That is a second count-out win for RBW here in the Invitational. Well, like I said, you can't exactly blame her this time around. She knew that she was at a disadvantage thanks to Amira Iden. But RBW now positive in the Cyborg Invitational, 2-1. As Joy Justice goes to 0-2-1. Things are not looking good for the Matriarch. She's going to need to bounce back big time in the 4th round, or she might be the one that ends up getting fired from CMV. Well, up next, lads and gents, goddamn, what is going on here on the Underground? I can barely get a couple of words out. Dawn Rose Holt and Gianna attacking the Undisputed Elite from behind with their titles before this matchup even gets underway. As Dawn Rose Holt trying to throw suplex into the brick wall, but a nice counter. Plex, who last night on Shockwave won the Queen of the Hill qualifier. She now has her ticket punched. An Absolution, she will partake in that matchup. The opportunity to headline Ascendant's 12 for a shot at the Women's World Championship tomorrow night on Octane. Tori Doyle of the Undisputed Elite also going to be a part of a Queen of the Hill qualifier. Could potentially see 2 members of the Undisputed Elite repping in the Queen of the Hill match at Absolution. But right now, Suplex just trying to recover, but unlikely as Dawn Rose Holt. I'd love to see a one-on-one match between these two powerhouses. But right now, Holt is just dissecting Suplex. Something tells me that was Gianna's idea to attack these two before the match began. Non-title matchup, but certainly a huge opportunity for the Undisputed Elite should they win to put themselves in prime position for a future shot at the women's tag team titles. I know that for one night only, Ferocity returns to CMV, an all-women's event coming up in just a few weeks. I'm so excited. And every single woman in CMV looking to partake in what's going to be a historic event. Big time leap from Suplex, making a comeback here. Going to jump to the outside, attempting to maybe find those tag team titles. Tag made to Gianna, though, the former Women's World Champion, immediately gets tripped up. Speaking of the Queen of the Hill, we've got a qualifier coming up next. Oh, Suplex landing with such force. That was like an Avengers landing. Shook the floor and freaking knocked over Gianna. Oh my God, it meant a elevator ride. Just about putting Gianna through the floor, man. Sent her back into the ring. That could be it right there. Suplex ain't finished, though, it would appear. A deadlift German suplex. I know that so far, Celestia, Taryn Torres, and Suplex have qualified for the Queen of the Hill. 3 spots left. 1 to be filled tonight, 1 to be filled tomorrow night on Octane, and then there will be one last qualifier, which I'm being told is going to be a 10-woman over-the-top rope battle royal, as it'll be a last chance qualifier. Those who have attempted to qualify already but have been unable to do so are going to have one last opportunity. As we see Gianna make the hot tag to Dawn Rose Holt just in time. That matchup will take place next episode of Shockwave, and then we'll know the 6 women who indeed will do battle at Absolution for a shot at the Women's World Championship. Absolution. So far, man, Celestia, Tara, and Tora suplex all newcomers. Women who have debuted this season. It really goes to show we got a whole lot of amazing talent in that women's locker room. I said it a few weeks ago. This is maybe the best the women's division has ever been here in CMV. Very well could have ourselves a breakout performance by one of these rookies at Absolution. Double axe handle by Dawn Rose Holt. The hulking woman tries for a leg drop and suplex, able to move out of the way, somehow making even suplex look small, which is quite the feat. Dragged in the corner. I still want to know where the hell Gianna found this gal. Suplex gonna save herself. Tries to walk Holt all the way into the corner of the Undisputed League. Has Ruby Rebel even been tagged in yet? I don't think she has. What is this? What the hell is this? A sort of gory special submission, but she didn't have it locked in for very long. Suplex desperately trying to make the tag to Ruby Rebel. Easier said than done, though. Gianna now tagged back in. Plex is hurting. Gianna gonna go up to the top rope. I'm sure she's looking to partake in that last chance battle royal. The main character wanting to make it back to the top of the mountain. She feels as though she belongs. Damn, crotch to the face. Suplex to get me the hell out of here after that. But Gianna keeping on her. With a kick right upside the head. Stomps to the back of the head, fully in control right now of the women's tag team champions. Obviously the advantage on their side after that pre-match ambush. Now Gianna with a Widow's Peak. Suplex, doesn't even know where the hell she is. She's crawling the wrong way if she wants to make the tag. There we go. She's course corrected. Finally tags in Ruby Rebel as Gianna is too busy showing off the goods. Drop kick to the face. Dawn Rose Holt taking a straight too. Ruby Rebel, my God, suicide dive. She is popping off right now. Love to see it. Double boot stomp to the extended arm. Gianna, who just celebrated a 1-year anniversary here in CMV, and what a first year it was for the main character. And she lines up Ruby Rebel for the Rose Plant, face first into the canvas. 1, 2, but the pin broken up by Suplex in the very last second. Gianna ain't happy about that. Gonna try to make Suplex pay here. Well, Plex with an elbow to the side of the head. Gonna escape out of it before Gianna has the chance. Gianna's not giving up though. She's angry. That allows Ruby Rebel to take advantage. Imagine Gianna, all that she accomplished her first year here in CMV. Women's World Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion. What is the next year gonna hold for Gianna? She keeps taking her eyes off the prize. Hot tag brings in Suplex. Gianna giving her a Widow's Peak. Plex's neck has got to be feeling some type of way, and it's definitely been honed in on by both Dawn Rose Holt and Gianna in this non-title matchup. Gianna with some power, man. Vertical suplex to Suplex. Tags in Dawn Rose Holt. Irish whip gonna send her out onto the apron. Gianna looking to maybe take a cheap shot, but Holt handles it all on her own. Guillotines her now. Going right after Ruby Rebel. Ready for her though with that forearm smash. Holt not having a very easy time. Gonna give up. Refocusing on the legal woman. Suplex. Big boo. Oh my God, such force it knocked suplex over the top rope and sent her tumbling down to the outside. Jesus. Ruby Rebel doing a very good job of protecting the corner of the Undisputed Elite. Not allowing Gianna to lay a finger on her. Gives Suplex time to get back into the ring. Gianna Irish whip sends her into the corner. Suplex able to step out of the way. Grabs her by the back of the head, taking her for a walk. Last place she wants to be here. Tag made to Ruby Rebel. The Undisputed Elite. Oh, and a back suplex neckbreaker combination. That could do it right there. One. Oh, but only a one count again. The Undisputed Elite, knowing what a win here could do for them. Future crack at the women's tag team titles. Gianna put into the corner. Ruby Rebel charges. Thought Gianna was able to counter, but instead sent face first into that second turnbuckle. Suplex gets tagged in. Gianna reeling and Plex gonna toss her overhead like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing with that fisherman's. Gianna looking to join the Undisputed Elite for a moment. Gets a hold of Suplex, drags her into the corner. Trying to make the tag to Dawn Rose Holt. Oh, Plex gets distracted by Holt for just a second. Less than a second. But that's all it takes. Gianna taking her down with that jawbreaker. Suplex. Exposing the top turnbuckle. Gianna. A half Tarantula by the former Women's World Champion. Big damage to the arms and a boot to the face just for good measure. Well, Gianna, determined, man. But Ruby Rebel, again, hands her up to try, guys. I don't know that Suplex is going to be able to get up in time. Plex, no, that's going to be a count out as Gianna, insult to injury, attacking Ruby Rebel after the Bella win for the tag team champions. The Undisputed Elite, despite being attacked pre-match, they still put up a tough fight against the champs, but Suplex just didn't have enough gas left in the tank to recover in time, get back into the ring there. And in our co-main event here on the Underground episode 6, our Queen of the Hill qualifier of the night. And Samantha Moset hopefully leaving the brass knuckles in the back here, although we did see Sequence last night on Shockwave perhaps borrowing Samantha's brass knuckles, utilized them to eliminate Ruby Raquel from that Queen of the Hill qualifier. Hopefully Alexia Diamond going to have her eyes wide open. Samantha Moset, who tomorrow night on Octane actually scheduled for a #1 contenders match against Precious Pratt. The winner receiving a future shot at the Rising Star Championship. Moset has been on a roll these last few weeks, winning a Fatal 4-Way, winning a Triple Threat match. Can she win this Queen of the Hill qualifier? As it has already not been a very good night for the Justice family. We saw what happened to Joy a bit earlier, losing by count out to RVW in the third round of the Cyborg Invitational. Can Hannah Justice turn things around?
We don't
Seems like Samantha Moset is finally cooling down in the promotion of her book and focusing on her in-ring work, and it has paid off. Now, I actually had a suggestion for Samantha Moset. I haven't pitched it to her yet, but I was thinking she should produce some hardcover copies of her book, because, you know, as we now speak, she only has paperback copies, but, you know, maybe she could utilize that as a weapon. Not that I condone breaking the rules or anything. Samantha Moset certainly going to have the opportunity to feel out her opponent tomorrow night on Octane, because Precious Pratt also a part of this Queen of the Hill qualifier here. Yeah, true. Moset might not have the funds to produce hardcover copies. They are pretty expensive. How many copies has she sold again? I think maybe, what is it, 10 yet? Almost 10, right? I know that I personally bought a few after she kept bugging me, so. Precious Pratt, who took Quinn Bell the distance at Fortune and their Rising Star Championship match. Came up short, though, able to bounce back with a win against Ashley Riot last week. And now tomorrow night on Octane, she's got the opportunity to earn another shot at Quinn Bell, but that's not what's on her mind right now, or at least hopefully not what's on her mind right now. This Queen of the Hill qualifier has got to be what Precious Pratt is focusing on. And last but far from least, we saw Ruby Rattel make her return last night on Shockwave in that Queen of the Hill qualifier. Now it's Alexia Diamond's turn. Alexia Diamond, man, a CMV veteran at this point, I would say. She's been an active member of the roster for at least a few years at this point, but she is yet to hold championship gold. Singles, tag, otherwise, Alexia Diamond, you know she's got to be looking at this as her golden opportunity to finally win the big one. Who's going to join Celestia, Taryn Torres, Suplex, and two others in the Queen of the Hill match at Absolution? Let's find out. Samantha Moset, Hannah Justice, Precious Pratt, and Alexia Diamond again. This an over-the-top rope battle royal. No pins, no submissions. Who is going to punch their ticket? Moset. Short amount of time she's been here in CMV. She hasn't the best track record in battle royals, so hopefully she's been busy training these last couple of days. Won't be the first eliminated. Precious Pratt with a bear hug on Alexia Diamond, though. Able to get out of it. Clapping the temples of Pratt. As Hannah Justice. Irish going to throw her over the top. Oh my God. How was she able to hang on there? That is a gorilla grip by Hannah Justice. Over to the midsection, meanwhile, by Moset. Now is going to drag her opponent, Toronto Octane, into the corner. Having trouble though getting her up. It's going to come up next on the underground, my friends. Josh Wolf, one-on-one with Ace Reeves. Don't want to miss that. Sure to be a certified humdinger and a half. But again, the condition of Ace Reeves in question after he was on the receiving end of an attack by Mystery Master 4th and Jay Young last night on Shockwave. I'm sure Wolf not going to have any qualms taking advantage, though, of an injured Reeves. Another bear hug by Precious Pratt, again to Alexia Diamond. Squeezing and squeezing, but Diamond already knows the way out. And Samantha looking to eliminate Hannah Justice, but Hannah keeping her at bay with that elbow. Tries to pull her back. The offer, though, with a kick to the midsection. And another. Samantha, we really should have referees start checking her tights before every match. With how frequently she utilizes those brass knuckles. But, well within her right to do so in this matchup. There's no disqualifications. Again, we saw Sequence use a pair last night on Shockwave to jack the jaw of Ruby Rattel. And indeed, my friends, if you have the points to spare, make sure you donate some to the Pick Your Poison Free Challenge. Raise enough points, Pick Your Poison returns. Or, of course, the entire show booked by you. Oh, no! Samantha Mosset, well, I guess her unlucky streak in Battle Royal is going to continue as she's the first one eliminated. Just that easy, tossed over the top. But she'll have her chance to bounce back tomorrow to Octane. Against Precious Pratt, still in this one. Hannah Justice, Precious Pratt, Alexia Diamond, who is heading to Absolution. Diamond's got Pratt in the corner, but Hannah from behind. Nice counter by Diamond with a bulldog. There goes Mosset. Sad walk to the back. Precious Pratt, the choke bomb. And where pins allowed, might have Alexia Diamond eliminated right there. Gonna set her sights on Hannah Justice instead. Hannah, some elbows to the gut. Precious Pratt has a bit of history with the Justice family. What the hell is this? Ooh, a pump handle sit-out power bomb. Looks like Hannah was going to try for the pin. Forgot for a moment that this was a battle royal. Alexia Diamond, Uranagi into the Anaconda Vice. But there are no submissions. You got to toss your opponent over the top. Hannah able to escape anyhow with some knees to the back of the head. And she takes down Alexia Diamond with a crossface. As Pratt takes a step back. What's happened to Hannah's arm there? Hannah may have suffered an injury to her arm. She was holding it. Not too sure. I guess she's okay. Have to keep an eye on it, though. If you don't have that arm strength, man, you're not going to have much luck grabbing out of the ropes. Precious Pratt looking to take out Alexia Diamond. And she does! Diamond's out of here. We are down to Hannah Justice and Precious Pratt. One of these two women going Absolution. Oh, the two-handed choke. Hannah Justice, who ain't a small gal, man, being ragdolled by Precious Pratt here. Over the top, down to the floor. Precious Pratt punches her ticket to Absolution. Precious Pratt, the fourth confirmed participant for the Queen of the Hill. And this is actually quite an interesting development, guys, because Precious Pratt's half-sister, Taryn Torres, has already qualified. So they're going to end up meeting each other at Absolution. This could be very interesting indeed. Well, are you ready, my friends, for our main event? I'm ready, man. This has potential to be a barn burner. As Josh Wolf, Zero G champion, gets ready to take on Ace Reeves. And, well, it was quite a good night for Kill Your Heroes on Shockwave. 24 hours ago, not only did Josh Wolf get the jump on Justin Sane, laying him out after his win over Yamashita, but then, of course, these two going on to win that #1 contenders match, and now at Absolution, they've got their shot at Northern Lights for the World Tag Team titles. This time in a couple of weeks, Josh Wolf could be a double champion. And the odds, no doubt, in his favor going into this matchup. Again, Ace Reeves last night on Shockwave on the receiving end of a brutal attack by Mystery Mask IV and Jay Young, after Jay Young and Ace Reeves had a amazing matchup. Wouldn't expect anything less from the two of them. Jay Young winning by countout in the end, but after the matchup, Young and his new disciple utilizing a steel chair to beat the hell out of Ace Reeves. So no doubt Ace not going to be coming into this one at 100%. But as has always been the case, that ain't going to stop Reeves. This man with a well-documented fighting spirit. And he knows full well that a non-title win here might produce for him a future crack at the Zero G Championship. Ace Reeves, a former Zero G champion in his own right. Who can forget the battles he and Jason Spade had years ago over the championship? Some of the best. But does he stand a chance here against a driven Josh Wolf? Kill Your Heroes have definitely painted a target on the back of a returning Justin Sane. Again, as we saw last night, Josh Wolf bashing Sane upside the head with the Zero G Championship following his win against Yamashita. Peligro said himself, Justin Sane is a god here in CMV, and Peligro wants to know what the blood of a god tastes like. Elbows to the midsection here by Wolf. Keep Ace Reeves at bay. Irish whip attempt, nice counter though. Gonna send Wolf into the corner. Officially, we are on the road to Ascendance 12, my friends. My favorite time of the year. And our next stop is Absolution. What a show it's shaping up to be. We, of course, know John Lipnick will defend the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship against Anthony Martin and Troy Cole. Aaron Stone to challenge Morgan for the Global Championship. We got the King of the Hill match, the Queen of the Hill match, and more. Ferocity also coming up. Ascendance 12 itself, just a couple of months away. You can see it on the horizon. The logo to be revealed soon, as well as the location. Josh Wolf talking about Ascendance, man. He's really been the Ascendance MVP these last couple of years. His matches have been some of the absolute best in CMV history. His match against Bob Luger, his match last year against the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews. Knocked to the outside is Ace Reeves after letting out that, what would you call it when a wolf woos? Is that what it is, a woo and a roo? Because it's not a roar. A howl, that's the word I was looking for. Howl. Lets out a howl. I was trying to make a little bit of a pun, but fell flat because my vintage dashing brain couldn't come up with the word. Wolf back into the ring. Ace Reeves on his tail. There's a pun for you, huh? Oh, Peligro, what's he getting up to? He's just taking off that top turnbuckle, exposing the steel underneath. Looking to give Wolf perhaps an opportunity to get down and dirty. There's also a baseball bat on the floor. I'm sure that was taken out at some point by Peligro. I'll have you know, voted #1 commentator of the year. Okay, and I beat out some stiff competition, but the fans, they let their voices be heard. Count him 6 here as Peligro keeps his distance as to not risk a disqualification. Counter. The Irish Whip going to send Joshua back into the ring. Peligro looking like he's going to take a swipe at Ace Reeves for a moment. Nice high kick by the gravity manipulator. Ooh, into a DDT. Joshua gets right back up, and Ace waiting for him with that vintage spinning heel kick of his. 1, 2. But a 2 count only for the former global champion. Not the first time that these two have faced off, but it has been quite a while since last they were mano-a-mano in a CMV ring. Wolf gonna grab Ace by the back of the neck, trying to get him into the corner, but Ace able to break free, and just like that, sees his opening and takes it. Vertebreaker by Ace Reeves. Peligro looking a bit worried, understandably, but Wolf able to stay in the matchup barely. Kick it out at 2.999. And these fans certainly loving this main event matchup here on the Underground, but it might be over. Blue Thunderbomb incoming. Ace Reeves able to reverse it into a Bulldog. Wolf, I'm always impressed with that, man. Just backflipping off the chest of Ace Reeves. What the hell? Wolf. Somehow the older he gets, seemingly the more athletic he becomes in the ring. Punch the midsection by Wolf. Irish Whip and that exposed turnbuckle. I had completely forgotten about it. That turnbuckle Peligro exposed earlier in the match, and Wolf just sent Ace Reeves chest first into it. But Ace is still standing on his feet. And now trading blows back and forth here. What you get when two former world champions collide one-on-one. Back and forth. Neither man seeming to gain an advantage here. Shot for shot. Oh, the referee has finally seen that exposed turnbuckle too little too late. My God. They're just going for it, man. Swinging for the fences. Neither man budging. Oh, but Ace with another spinning heel kick in an instant, but still not enough. Unbelievable. Ace Reeves, vertebreaker again. Peligro can't watch. 1, 2, 3, and Ace Reeves picking up a huge win here in the Underground main event. Coming into this matchup, not at 100%, but still standing his ground. And scoring, no doubt, a big-time dub. Mystery Master 4, Jay Young, why don't you take notes about that?